Sir, recently, NITI, there has been a revision in the FAME 2 scheme with reference to EESL and the procurement which is expected on buses side, the aggregation and procurement. If you can talk about what is the size of the opportunity and how would that scheme work in terms of procurement? Also here, if you can also talk about, based on the central government and state government budgets, what is the kind of potential is there for the electric buses segment?
Sure. So the scheme which has been there in place for some time in FAME 2 from the beginning has now been modified for the bus segment for CESL. CESL is the subsidiary, 100% subsidiary of EESL, which is Energy Efficiency Services Limited. And CESL has been given a mandate that they should be looking at 9 cities, because the idea is that the cities which are having the highest level of population of more than 4 million people. So they are looking at such cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Surat, Pune, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata. So multiple such cities. They are looking at those cities. Definitely, they are chalking out their plans. Still, we've been in touch. They have been discussing with all the stakeholders. How can they look at creating demand? And definitely, I see CESL like what SECI has been, Solar Energy Corporation of India, to the solar segment, how things got institutionalized and how they gained scale. And definitely it enhanced bankability further with their structure, with the central government coming, and gives a clear line of thought when the FAME scheme has been extended also by a few years to FY24. So I think in these 3 years now, they'll have enough time to look at these cities and not spreading themselves too thin, but at the same time increasing the numbers and creating these cities as pilot cities who are able to deliver the goods and who are able to clearly demonstrate that how electric vehicles operate. And it is not like a normal CNG or a diesel bus, which has the same kind of operating mechanism, but it is very unique to electric buses and how they have been able to do so. I think that would be a very interesting journey as we go by. And simultaneously, they would also standardize the contracts, the conditions, and other things which are different in every state today, to the benefit of the state governments, so that the best of all can come together in interest of all stakeholders, and at the same time giving a common platform for all key players to come in. So I think that is going to be very encouraging for the whole segment. When I talk about the industry, so see, industry, when I talk about a normal year, not during the COVID period or FY20, which was not a very good year for the automotive industry after the axle load norms and few other things were changed, and it was a bit of a challenge. So the industry was at an optimum of 70 to 80,000 buses per annum, out of which 50% buses are intra-city buses and about 50% are intercity buses. Definitely, I feel that first to convert will be the city buses, which is intra-city buses, because they have a definitive route and they have a definitive path which they follow. And there are different passengers which is using those kind of vehicles in the city environment. And as we go along, the intercity market would also be picking up as the battery density is increasing, as the performance of the electric vehicles is going up, because they end up covering 500 to about 1,000 kilometers on a daily basis, vis-a-vis city buses, which do about 200 to 250 kilometers.